Hey FSL, welcome to the Order of Omega Awards video. Even though we couldn't meet in person this year, it's still important to recognize the amazing things we all accomplished. This video will announce the winners of each award along with comments from our peers. Before we begin, let's hear some chapter reports from outgoing chapter presidents.
Hey all you cats and kittens out there, how we doing? This is Taylor Cole here, giving you a brief recap on the year 2019 for Phi Sigma Sigma. We welcomed 31 total new members to our pyramid while also saying goodbye to some really dedicated seniors and nursing students who we miss very deeply. We dedicated 517 hours of service to our philanthropy and organizations in the surrounding community. Most notably, a group of Phi Sigs went to Subiel Elementary School, which is just right down the road from campus, and hung out with a lot of the students at recess and donated some school supplies from our school supplies drive. With majors ranging from nursing to education, biochemistry to English literature, international relations to exercise science, these women dedicated hours and hours of studying to further excel in the classroom and in their careers. Our chapter also went through a really big change this year in transitioning advisors. Our longtime advisor, loved very dearly, Dana Van de Koevering, stepped down this past year and transitioned to our new advisor, Lacey Beth Lockhart. Dana service to Phi Sigma Sigma is unmatched, and although we miss her so much, we are so thankful and grateful for Lacey Beth and all that she's already given to this chapter. We are very happy to have her as our fearless leader. Now, we raised a total of $5,263 to our philanthropy of school and college readiness. All of this money went to the Phi Sigma Sigma Foundation and helped fund women's scholarships and helped fund school supply shops around the country. Our events, Dodge for a Cause, Rockathon, Panda Express, and the auction were all huge successes and highly attended. Our Linfield chapter actually earned a Risk Management Award from our headquarters. Phi Sig really prides itself on ensuring the safety of all of its members at social functions and on a daily basis. Leaders emerged, friendships developed, service abounded, and sisterly bonds grew. My heart definitely grew 3 times its size this year, and a lot of that is because Phi Sigma Sigma. I'm really proud to be a part of this organization and to have served the women of this chapter as their president, or as we call it, our archon. I know that this chapter holds really great things, and I can't wait to watch them shine in year 2020. Once, always.
Hi everyone, my name is Asa Richardson, and I was president of Pi Kappa Alpha in 2019. I'm here to give a little recap of some of the stuff that my chapter did. Obviously, the Order of Omega Banquet is not as we intended it to be, but we're going to roll with the punches. So, this last year, we added 44 new members to our chapter from spring 2019 to this current spring 2020. We had some members graduate in 2019, 9 of them, and we've got a class of 14 graduating this spring, myself included. We also sent 31 of those members that joined, and old members as well, to a variety of conferences last January, last August, and this last November. We won multiple awards at those, but we're most excited about the Raymond Orient's Excellence Award. That signifies that our chapter was in the top 20% of all Pike chapters across the nation, something that our alumni have never experienced, and we're really excited to have that first award ever for Delta Rho. Additionally, we've got a lot of leaders involved in many stuff on campus. We have bystander engagement trainers, we have pre-orientation leaders, admissions ambassadors, we have multiple people involved in student government, including Daniel Endicott, who's the president of ASLC. We had Dwight Keogh as the outgoing IFC president, and Zach Sherlock is the current IFC president, along with many other members from our chapter being involved on those boards as well. We also have athletes in sports like soccer, cross country, track, swimming, golf, and we are constantly trying to find new ways to be involved in connecting to the community. One way we do that is through our philanthropy, Walk a Mile in Our Shoes, which we did last April. We raised over $8,500. Unfortunately, we can't host the event this year because of the virus and its impact on everyone across the world, but we are still going to do a virtual fundraiser, so stay tuned for that. Additionally, we were involved in many different community service opportunities, including the Cozine Creek cleanup, helping out at the Linfield Garden, and volunteering at the President's Circle. That's also one more thing. Our Dream Girl in 2019, where we celebrated we elected or nominated people for chapter awards. Sarah Mainwaring was our Dream Girl for 2019. Want to give her a little shout out. Thank you all for listening. Happy Order of Omega Banquet, and I hope that you all are staying safe.
Hi everyone, my name is Kristen. If you don't know me, I'm a member of Sigma Kappa Phi, and I'm super excited to be here online and to be able to tell you guys a couple of accomplishments that Sigma's had this year. We are really excited to be able to say that we're still growing. We might be smaller than a lot of the other chapters around, but we're really happy to have 5 pledges this semester. I want to give a really huge shout out to all of them: Emma, Rainhurst, Zach, Rain Bailey, and Kelly. It's super excited to have you guys and have you guys stick around through these crazy times as we figure out what we're going to do next. I also want to give a special shout out to all of our membership. We have been able to have a really high level of participation from everyone. This means that people are taking on positions and they're trying to give their all to our sorority, which is super awesome to see, especially with so few members. It's so awesome to see that everybody's willing to put a little bit into it. And then I want to give a special shout out to our member Sam, who is joining the Panhellenic Council, and she's going to do an awesome job there, and I just really want to highlight her accomplishment. I know that things have been really crazy recently with everything that's going on, but Sigma as a chapter has decided to continue holding chapter meetings via Zoom, which is super awesome, and we've had really, I think, almost everyone be there for these meetings, so it's been super awesome to be able to stay connected and see each other and hear about each other's lives. And in that, we have been able to talk about some amazing members who are choosing to do essential work right now. We have members in grocery stores, and we have members helping out teachers, and I know that I myself am actually employed at a childcare service for families of first responders and medical personnel. So I think that it's super awesome that we all get to help out our communities in the way that we can. And speaking of helping out communities, we are actually still looking into ways to continue community service right now, online obviously, to keep everybody safe, but to still be able to give back to the communities that we are a part of, and we feel really special to be able to help out. The last thing I want to do is give a special shout out to our seniors. So there are 6 seniors this year. They are Claire, Emily, Jordan, Maddie, Sky, and myself. And we are all really excited to be able to graduate, even though all this crazy stuff is happening. And I want to give a special shout out to our senior Jordan, who is finishing her student teaching this semester. And so as you can imagine, that's probably very difficult to do now that schools are all closed. But she's been able to work with the schools and make sure that she still gets that done in time. So I think that even though craziness is happening, there's a lot of really amazing things going on, and I'm super proud to be part of Sigma and be able to acknowledge our accomplishments. Good luck, everyone. Stay safe.
Hi FSL, what's up? My name is Jenna Mihalik, and I was Zeta Tau Alpha's 2019 chapter president, and I wanted to give you a recap of our year. 2019 was definitely a year of trial and tribulation for Zeta. We tried a lot of new things. Some of things worked, some things didn't, but I think overall we definitely grew as a sisterhood. And I want to just go through some of our events that were super successful this year. A lot of those having to do with our philanthropy. Actually, I think all of them are through our philanthropy. And we have Katie Sheely to thank a lot for that. She puts her heart and soul and dedication into our philanthropy, and we can't thank her enough for that. So starting with the first event, we actually had the opportunity to partner with a local nonprofit organization called With Courage. Their focus is similar to our philanthropies in that they help breast cancer survivors, and specifically focused on the McMinnville community. So they provide funds and money to those in need. We had the opportunity to partner with them in the spring of 2019 and help out at their fashion show, where they got to celebrate survivors and everything that they've gone through. We also had really fun in May with Alpha Phi doing a bake-off. It was super cool for the two chapters to come together, for us to get to know each other a little bit more, and just, raise money for super amazing causes. We hope to work with them and other chapters again in the future. And then moving on to the fall, we tried some new things. First being the food truck festival. So we had 3 food trucks come to campus, and we were fortunate enough for them to donate some of their proceeds to our philanthropy, breast cancer education and awareness. Overall, it was just a super successful event, and it just brought everyone together, and it was just really well perceived. So we can't wait to do that again in the future. Also in the fall, we finally had a successful pink out football game, and I say that because we tend to get rained out, which is super disappointing, but this year it was actually sunny. It was still pretty cold, but we were able to get our names out there, our cause out there, have a 50-50 raffle, hand out hundreds of pink ribbons, and overall it was just super fun to get to mingle and just have a presence at the football game. And finally, we did spooky baskets for the first time. Like, who doesn't love Halloween? So we decided to kind of put our creative juices into that and help raise money for our philanthropy that way. Overall, I think Zeta, like I said, grew a lot. We learned a lot, and I can't wait to see what this chapter does in the future. I know that Kappa Mu will continue to be successful in one way or another, and I can't wait to see how the rest of the FSL community does as well. And yes.
Hi everyone, my name is Hannah Carty and I'm currently the Order of Omega chapter president. I just want to say that I'm really proud of everything that individuals and chapters were able to do this year, and I think that this video is going to do a really good job of highlighting those things. Overall, I've been really honored to serve the community in this leadership role, and I'm really excited for what people continue to do moving forward. Today, April 15th, actually marks Order of Omega's 21st birthday at Linfield, so happy birthday. Anyways, let's get into the rest of the video and see what everyone did this year.
Peer-nominated awards. Kendall LeCompte is being recognized as the sorority member of the year. Kendall has an incredible work ethic and is always pushing to make things better. She is involved with student government, the cheer team, and has held positions in Alpha Phi. No matter how much she has going on in her life, she always offers to take on another task, help a sister out, or be there as a friend. One person said, "I don't think I have ever heard the words 'I can't' or any other negative words come out of Kendall's mouth. Everything she does with positivity and encouragement. She always puts her best toward everything she does. Kendall stays very involved and shows students what it means to be a strong sorority woman." Aiden Fizzackerly has been awarded Fraternity Member of the Year. One member wrote, "I have never seen someone who has as much passion for an organization than Aiden. He is constantly smiling and making those around him feel loved and appreciated. He is involved in several things on campus, including Theta Chi, the basketball team, and ASLC publicity. He is always willing to volunteer for his chapter and represents the FSL community with highest regard. He is involved in so much and is always trying to better the Linfield community in every way he can. We are proud to have him as a fraternity brother." Daniel Endicott has received the Campus Engagement Award. On campus, Daniel has served as student body president, vice president of Order of Omega, led an alternative spring break trip, held positions in Pike, served as an RA, and has been a member of the swim team all 4 years at Linfield. One brother said that, "This man embodies excellence, both in and out of the classroom. He constantly puts others before himself, and it shows through his dedication to others and Linfield. He is a major role model and inspiration to all of Pike." Hannah Waterman has also received the Campus Engagement Award. Hannah is so involved with activities around campus, all while maintaining an exceptional academic standing. She works, volunteers, does research, and is on the volleyball team. She does all of this with a huge smile on her face and love for all people around her. She served as Phi Sigma Sigma's special events chair and revamped the annual Dodge for a Cause event to be one of the most successful the chapter has had in years. She is self-driven and motivated with everything she does, which makes people proud to call her their sister. Not only is she incredibly active in her chapter, but she also serves on the Pan-Hellenic Council. In the words of her peers, what a stud. Tia Young of Sigma Kappa Phi has been awarded President of the Year. Tia has displayed unwavering dedication and service to Sigma. One member wrote, "She has guided our chapter in ways that I never knew possible. She not only made Sigma more prominent on campus, but she has inspired me in numerous ways while doing so. Her love for Sigma has no bounds. Others say she is exactly the leader Sigma needed. She has so much love for her sisters." Interfraternity Leader of the Year is DJ Kyo for his accomplishments as Interfraternity Council President. DJ made it a point to reach out to most of the FSL community during his 2 years on IFC and genuinely cares about everyone. He was an outstanding leader on IFC and an overall great person to be around. He is kind-hearted and is always willing to help those within and outside of his fraternity. He works hard in school and is also involved in leadership outside of the fraternity. DJ is the only person to be reappointed to LCAT 3 years in a row. He is always fighting for the good cause and is passionate about women's rights and activism and always challenges others to be inclusive and interfraternal. Pan-Hellenic Leader of the Year is Danielle Walling for her accomplishments in the Pan-Hellenic Council role of Vice President of Recruitment. Danielle worked day in and day out to make recruitment successful for every chapter and is an amazing representative of the Pan-Hellenic community. Her leadership reflects both maturity and kindness towards others, and she supports everyone she comes into contact with. Danielle has helped to build our Pan-Hellenic community to what it is. By using outside-of-the-box strategies, she improves sorority recruitment at Linfield. Her kindness, generosity, and ability to hold her friends and sisters to Pan-Hellenic values causes a positive ripple effect throughout the sorority community and will continue to spread for generations to come. One member wrote, "Danielle has inspired me to be a better Pan-Hellenic woman, and we are so lucky to have her as part of our community." Another member wrote, "Danielle's innate sense for others makes her a leader that I sincerely look up to." Advisor of the Year goes to Lacey Beth Lockhart of Phi Sigma Sigma. Lacey Beth is present and real and always gives Phi Sigma Sigma the most. She works full-time as a surgeon and then devotes her time to voluntarily advise Phi Sig. She is truly admirable. She just assumed this position after the previous advisor had been in the role for 20 years. Lacey Beth has gone out of her way to get to know every woman in Phi Sig in a meaningful way. She is an amazing role model, job search resource, friend, and leader. One sister wrote, "She will be someone that is a mentor for me beyond my time at Linfield. Her wit and sarcastic sense of humor are refreshing in an environment where it sometimes gets a little too serious. She's a great example of what it means to be a sorority woman." Nick Oya of Pi Kappa Alpha is being recognized as an emerging leader of the year. Nick is dedicated to school, is a kind human being, is involved in leadership, and has a wonderful attitude and demeanor. He joined Pike in spring 2019 and has already been elected to an exec position as the internal vice president. One brother wrote, "He has been nothing but the GOAT." Nick has a lot of great ideas for the future of Pike and the FSL community. He will be an important figure in the future of Pike and at Linfield. He has shown an incredible ability to lead only as a sophomore. Bree Sanford of Phi Sigma Sigma is also being recognized as an emerging leader of the year. Bree joined through the COB recruitment process in fall 2019 and has since done an amazing job. She immediately ran for and received a position in the chapter and on Pan-Hellenic exec. Bree instantly lights up the room and gives positive vibes everywhere she goes. She is a positive and encouraging friend to all sisters. She is shining in her newly appointed role of LPC Public Relations Officer. She has wasted no time getting involved in bettering our community. Our first Outstanding Character Award goes to Bridger Hayes Latin of Pi Kappa Alpha. Bridger treats everyone with respect and is always willing to lend a helping hand to anyone in need, no matter who they are. One member wrote, "He is a stand-up guy who is always there to offer a listening ear and is such a kind figure who always wants to support others. He is very involved in activities even when he is not necessarily required to be there, simply to support the chapter and his brothers. He is always encouraging to everyone he interacts with and is always positive." Another member wrote, "I have never heard Bridger say anything bad about anyone, and I have never heard anyone say something bad about Bridger. He is always there to help if you ever need it." Our second Outstanding Character Award goes to Taylor Cole of Phi Sigma Sigma. Taylor embodies what a genuine, good person is and adds immense character to the FSL community and Linfield as a whole. Anyone who knows her can vouch for the positivity and poise she brings to everything she does. She is never without a smile, and her involvement is obvious and meaningful. Taylor goes that extra step every time to show what it means to be a part of something bigger than yourself. She respects and treats everyone like they are her own sister, because in reality, no matter what chapter you are a part of, we are all Pan-Hellenic sisters. One sister said, "She is selfless beyond comparison and will always make time for someone in need. She has made me feel comfortable and safe. She's an amazing person with the kindest heart. She is so Pan-Hellenic." Awards selected by the FSL office. Excellence in Scholarship. Individuals. Taylor Vogel, Alpha Phi. Haley Smith, Zeta Tau Alpha. Griffin Pop, Pi Kappa Alpha. Travis Swanson, Theta Chi. Excellence in Scholarship. Chapter. Alpha Phi. 3.46 cumulative chapter GPA, and 45% of the chapter made the fall dean's list. Excellence in Service. Individuals. Taylor Vogel, Alpha Phi. Alicia Barlow, Phi Sigma Sigma. Sincere Bartlett, Phi Sigma Sigma. Jordan Keller, Sigma Kappa Phi. Sam Douglas, Sigma Kappa Phi. Michaela Sponsel, Zeta Tau Alpha. Abraham Romero, Delta Psi Delta. Connor Ashman, Pi Kappa Alpha. Brock Emery, Theta Chi. Excellence in Service. Chapters. Delta Psi Delta had the highest average number of service hours donated per member at 16 hours, and Alpha Phi had the highest total number of hours donated at 440 hours. Excellence in Philanthropy. Phi Sigma Sigma. The Rockathon event was held at a football game and went really well paired with a high-energy campus event that excited members to participate and for Linfield and McMinnville community members to buy raffle tickets. This event supported the chapter's philanthropy, school and college readiness. The chapter also utilized CrowdChange to digitally publicize events and track member progress with individual fundraising goals of $40 per member. Phi Sigma Sigma also had a successful school supplies drive that benefited elementary schools in the area. Excellence in Risk Reduction and Member Health and Safety. Zeta Tau Alpha. My Sister, My Responsibility alcohol programmings covered what serving sizes are for different kinds of alcohol and how factors like food, rate of consumption, gender, height, and weight can affect individual intoxication. This programming also covered sobering up and the rate at which BAC decreases. Anti-hazing programming for new members was also implemented using same team mentality. Members looked at different scenarios that discussed what was wrong in each situation and how they could intervene to protect one another. Behind Happy Faces programming covers the spectrum of mental health and where individuals may fall on this spectrum at any given time. This lesson identified how to communicate with sisters to get the support they need. Excellence in Programming and Education. Audrey Collin and the BET Leader Team. The purpose of creating the Bystander Engagement Training Program was to reassign the duty of conversations about sexual assault to Linfield students, allowing intentional, more impactful peer-to-peer leadership. These conversations were purposely designed to normalize conversations about difficult topics like sexual assault. Rather than having a guest speaker lecture a large group of students, participants had an opportunity to share their thoughts with their peers in small group breakout sessions. BET leaders received intensive training on sexual violence prevention and bystander engagement practices. All BET leaders applied, were hired, and trained to be prepared to lead conversations about sexual assault and bystander engagement. Interfraternal Spirit Award. Sigma Kappa Phi. Sigma is always involved to the maximum of their ability. They support other chapters at every event they hold and do so with a Panhellenic attitude. One person shared their experience with the chapter. Members of Sigma are always asking me what they can do to help and having those deeper conversations with me because they are for this community, not just themselves. Even if they may not feel that the attention is reciprocated, they don't let this affect their behavior and they keep on being supportive without any complaint. Over the past year, Sigma has not only exemplified what it means to be Panhellenic, but demonstrated what it means to be inclusive of the entire Linfield community. Sigma raises the bar for what it means to be Panhellenic and inspires the rest of the community to be more inclusive and see the value in forming friendships with those from other chapters. Another person wrote that, I am so glad I've been able to work with Sigma's members on varying levels, and I can't wait to see how they continue to contribute to the community. Chapter of the Year. Phi Sigma Sigma. This chapter has excellent presidents and chapter leaders, is well represented on Panhellenic, is involved in student government, athletics, and other campus leadership, had a 51% increase in philanthropy dollars raised from last fall to this fall, has excellent chapter alumni advising, consistently has high chapter semester and cumulative GPA, had an outstanding fall and spring recruitment, has cohesive executive team leadership, and an overall positive, healthy, upstanding chapter culture. Congratulations to all of our winners. That concludes this year's Order of Omega Awards ceremony. We hope you enjoy the rest of your semester and that we can all be with our brothers and sisters again soon.